Hey, Coach Johns, how are you?
Good, Steven. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Coach, Ron was kind of talking about their pass rush yesterday, and once again, I think they're averaging right at 3 a game, kind of tops in the country. I guess from film, what kind of just stands out about how they get after the quarterback?
You know what? Yeah, they sure do, and they were really good at it a year ago. I think they led the country in sacks a year ago when we played them. So they certainly do. I think a lot of it has to do with their defensive coordinator, their scheme. They're very attacking defense. They want to try to find as many mismatches and create those mismatches that they can. It'll be a great challenge for us. I know our kids are excited about it, and it'll for sure be our toughest test of the year.
All right, Evan.
Coach, how's it going?
Good, Evan. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. So going back to Arkansas State, you guys, one of the talks of the game was you guys didn't have a lot of explosive 20-plus yard plays. And Coach Silverfield mentioned that you guys are willing to take whatever defense gives you. But was that a concern for you? Was it more just, hey, you guys are just feeling your way through just for the first game after not playing in the spring?
Yeah, I don't know that it's a concern. I mean, we won the game. Probably should have scored more points than we did. But I was excited with what the kids did and the performance. I'm excited with how Brady played, with the exception of a couple plays I know he wants to have back. But no, I mean, we're gonna play and take what the defense gives us. We're never gonna force anything just because we're supposed to, right? I mean, we're gonna do what it takes to win the game. And at the end of the day, as long as we get that W, that's really the one stat that we care about.
With the layoff too, does it kind of concern you about the rhythm?
It's a great point, man. I think that's always a concern whenever you take this much time off because it's really tough to simulate game speed. So, yeah, I for sure think that's a concern. I want to give our kids a lot of credit, though. I mean, we practice at a high level. And, today we did a lot of good-on-good, ones-on-ones, so we can try to simulate that speed as best we can. But there's nothing like a game. So until we get out there and play, we're going to have to get that feel back in that first quarter.
Okay, Brian Moss.
Hey, Coach. With the shortened, fall camp, you only played one game. Now you only had, I think 3 weeks off. How much of the offense is your offense that you wanted to implement?
You know what? It's our offense. It's the Memphis offense, and it's all in. We went through fall camp and we got everything in that we wanted to. We prepared for Arkansas State, so we put in that game plan during that time. And then we started to get ready for our week 2 game, and we thought we were going to play Houston. We didn't. Then we started to get ready for UTSA. We didn't play that one, So we've been game planning for opponents for a while, just haven't been able to play those games. But, no, I mean, everything's in. Our kids feel good, and we're going to execute our base stuff and see what happens on game day.
Okay, Steven Johnson.
Coach, from just looking at film, is there an area you guys think you guys might have an advantage, or maybe an area you guys want to see if you guys can maybe find that advantage on Saturday?
I don't know right now that I feel like we have one advantage. And I tell you why, because I feel like, to be a good offense, you have to have balance. And so we have to be able to take what they give us. We need to be able to establish the run. We need to make some throws in the pass game. So this is a great defense. I mean, they're 3-0. Their coaches have coached at a high level. They've recruited at a high level. This SMU program is a real deal, and I think that it's here to stay. And so I don't know that we can go into this thing thinking that we're going to outman them in any one area. I think it's going to take everything we got, and it's a high level of execution to win this game.
All right, Evan Barnes.
Kevin, going back to the first game, we saw Brady kind of run a little bit more. Some of you guys were kind of moving him around. Is that something that you kind of implemented more and more designed runs, or do you see him just being more comfortable trusting his feet when the play breaks down a little bit?
You know what? I think it's him feeling more confident in running. He did just a phenomenal job this offseason of really changing his body. He's running and moving as well as he ever has since I've been here. And I know that he takes a lot of pride in that. He's very excited about what he's like and how he's moving. So, in no way do we want to turn into a triple option offense and get him hit 30 times a game. But, man, when that play breaks down, we want him to use his feet to extend the play and gain some positive yards. And I know he's able to do that this year. And so as long as we can keep him on his feet and have him slide and get down and not take too many shots, then we're going to keep doing that.
you also saw him in high school where he was able to do that. So do you see kind of that element kind of slowly coming back more as he's getting comfortable, that he's kind of showing that, hey, he's been doing this before this year?
There's no doubt. I think that, every quarterback needs to be able to escape the pocket because of the rush. And it doesn't matter who you play. They're going to be on you fast, and you got to be able to step up and get out of trouble. So, again, he can do that as long as we take those hits off his body and get him down. I think that's a plus for us.
Okay, Terry Davis.
What's up, Coach?
Hey, Terry, how are you?
I'm doing well. Hey, SMU has a really high-powered offense. And what do you say to your team to make sure y'all stay within the parameters of what you're doing and not try to get in a back-and-forth game with them offensively?
Well, I think that we do exactly what you just said. We have to play our game, and we have to do what we do, and we have to focus on us. And, every time that we get to football, we expect to score points. And so does SMU, right? Every great offense does. And so for us, we're going to focus on the execution, on one play at a time, on just executing our assignments. You don't want to get caught looking at the scoreboard. It's easy. You get behind, you start pressing and panicking. But if we just take it one play at a time and just execute, then we should be in good shape.
Any more questions for Coach Johns? All right, Clayton, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Can you just speak to the excitement and kind of is there any type of renewed appreciation for the fact that you guys are out there? I mean, I know going in there was it could be taken away at any moment, but now you're coming out of it being taken away for a few weeks.
Oh, you're exactly right. Today we just talked about being grateful at the end of practice. Just a beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky, having a chance to play this wonderful game. And you're right. Sometimes you take things for granted that you're just used to having every single day until it's not there. And it really makes you appreciate, today was a tough 25-period practice, right? One of our big grind days. And, man, kids had a smile on their face flying around and just enjoyed the fact that to do so. You're right. I mean, things in our countries are a little bit different right now. So for us to have this ability to play the game, we don't want to take it for granted at all.